today's video tutorial, I'm going to teach you how to do the Tunisian knit stitch. The Tunisian knit stitch is one of my favorite stitch patterns in Tunisian crochet, and it mimics what the knit stitch looks like in knitting. So this is part of the pattern that I used for my sweet spot shawl. I alternated Tunisian knit stitch and extended Tunisian knit stitch, and today I'm going to show you how to do this part of the pattern. For this demo, I'm going to be using some Paintbox Cotton DK, and I'll be using a 5mm crochet hook. This is from the Knitter's Pride Bamboo series. To begin, I've made a chain of 15, and I'm going to turn my work and start picking up loops in the back bumps of the chain, which is right there. So I'm going to skip the first chain closest to the hook, and then go ahead through that back bump, yarn over, pick up the loop, and keep the loop on your hook. Then I'll do the next one, and we're going to be collecting loops as we go, just like this. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, there's 13, 14, and then our last one, 15. And now we're going to do the standard return pass like we do with most Tunisian stitches. We're going to yarn over, pull through 1 for the first stitch, yarn over, pull through 2 for the second, yarn over, pull through 2, pull through 2, and we're just going to keep pulling through 2, just like that. Get a little bit more yarn. So this is very similar to how you do the Tunisian simple stitch, at least for the first 2 rows. What we're then going to do is we're going to change it up, and I'll show you how we do that. So I'll yarn over and pull through the last one, and there we have our first row. Now I'm going to just show you a little bit about the anatomy of this row. So you'll see here we have our vertical bars, and those are the vertical bars that normally we pick up for the Tunisian simple stitch. For the Tunisian knit stitch, what we're going to do is we're going to find that back also. You see that back bump right, the back vertical bar right there? We're going to actually go between the two and come through the back. So let me show you that on the first stitch. So I'm going to get my yarn, and in this first loop right there, I'm going to go, there's the back vertical bar, there's the front. I'm going to go through both of them, yarn over and pull through and keep that loop on my hook. And I'm going to take a second and just tighten it down. If you don't have this first loop tight, you're going to have a very loose edge. So then into the next, yarn over, pull through again. There's that back bar. There's the front. I'm going to go through both, just like that. And we'll just keep going. So through, yarn over, keep the loop on your hook. Yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, and we're going to keep going. And you're going to have the same number of loops on your hook as what we started with on the last row, where there's no increases or decreases on this. So right now I have, this is going to be 14, and now we're going to come to the last one. And the last one, we want to do the last Tunisian stitch. So we're going to turn our work to the side. We're going to find those 2 bars right there. We're going to go through both of them, yarn over and pull through. And that's it. So now we're going to do the same standard return pass that we did before. We're going to yarn over, pull through 1 for the first, and then 2. Pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2, and keep going. Pull through 2, And we're almost to the end. Pull through 2. Now the Tunisian knit stitch often works a little thicker than the simple stitch. It doesn't have the same drape, so I often recommend going up higher on going up to a little bit of larger hook. I just wanted to show you for the demo what it looks like on a 5. So we're going to just take a second, tighten that. Again, we're going to go, there's our stitch, there's our front vertical bar, there's our back. We're going to go between the 2, pull through, and then take a second, tighten that down so we have a nice clean edge. Yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, just like that. And we're going to keep going. So I want to show you one more time that last Tunisian stitch. So when I get to the end, I'll show you that. And then I'll work a few more rows after that so you can see what it looks like. So yarning over, pull through, now we're on the last one. Again, we're going to rotate, see those 2, but go through both vertical bars, yarn over, pull through, just like that. All right, so I'll do a few more rows and then I'll come back and show you what it looks like. So here I've done several more rows and you can see how nicely this works up. This is quite a thick piece of fabric when you're done with it. It's not going to be, as I mentioned, as loose and drapey as the Tunisian simple stitch. As with all Tunisian, you will get a little bit of a curl, but you definitely need to steam or wet block when you do Tunisian crochet. You can see how my first loop was loose, but as I went, it stayed straight and it stayed a little tighter. So what you really need to do is focus on making sure that loop is tight before you continue on. I hope this tutorial was helpful. If so, please give it a thumbs up. Please also do subscribe. It helps to grow the channel, and I'll be putting out more tutorials soon.